Ya yenua Hopson adoye mene nakasa gifty adoye mene nakasa Reverend Osu Bempa mene nakasa mene Agradaa papa nso akasa mene nikunu esiama enso akasa me mpese me share the details of our conversation yet asori a omo eyeye Reverend Esiama eyeye no some of them and as the top echelon omo bu nkotodwe epacho as a Ghana for emfa won bone enche wo mo enipa ye sister offend wo mo emfa won bone enche wo mo. It's a good message because as when you offend someone, the best thing to do is to appeal to the person. Na ono so nya temabi na opa or the actual. But the question others are asking so in say when the insults were all over the place, when the guns were blazing, adentina ye sister no man stop no mo amobɛn no man stop no because it appears there was so much vilification of certain individuals consistently sebi sankrofo we no omo ye nipa
ebusuama memu akwaba family GH plus Mame Evangelist Patricia Esiama Agresco ono ena sese de ne update yaba ebusua ye de baba besom wono na yemfa credit no ema eye Crime Check TV GH ono ena chese o video iba bonte ebusua yenya bia de baba besom wo na update fa ye mame eye Evangelist eye Patricia Esiama mecha Agresco ho ena aba ebusua wo kiremu a also chese video a eye enjokwam Esiama ebusua wo mo be ye cha epa achew Ghana mpanifuo edefa president ne chese vice president no omo kiremu a wo bia eye Evangelist Patricia Esiama afumu bia ebusua momfa nche no na ochiremu a woso ne eye hopes ye ovi adoye na yere ende chese eye Reverend Osu Bempa ebusua wo ma kasa se omunjai bibia emfa nche eye ye mame Agradaa na ebusua ochiremu a feedback amanfo bi de ma no echiremu se chese ade no omo akasa no enye se bia omuntimi fa ncho na mum inchirima video ahodo a wakade egu nkrofo hu fin ene ade no eno ene ha adwene ebusua wakansam ewo ho mesoso beka me ho na yakwakohwe video no
ebe na wotwe ne de yenu aba ye sister Agradaa asem ebetumdwa na yenyina enim ye de ato no ekwan asem bi si wo na sori den moma enipa bi eba ho upon her invitation say eya yese faketo abeje kese enam so ene wakowie ensama medium security prison amane 15 years. The day 7 Betujana, we insisted, say Thursday, Friday, na uni ifiase, and we still insisted na uni ifiase, though some people came. Ebisa na crime check he didn't try na we still insist say na uni at the time because Thursday na administrative processes normally Friday was a holiday. Friday was a holiday, so she couldn't have been in prison. But the bottom line is our sister is finally in prison. Nene ye ne mo betwetwen command the latest on your sister. Ye betwa ho aba na ya toya. Ya yenua Hopson adoye mene nakasa gifty adoye mene nakasa Reverend Osu Bempa mene nakasa mene Agradaa papa nso akasa mene nikunu esiama enso akasa me mpese me share the details of our conversation yet asori a omo eyeye Reverend Esiama eyeye no some of them and as the top echelon omo bu nkotodwe epacho as a Ghana for emfa won bone enche wo mo enipa ye sister offend wo mo emfa won bone enche wo mo. It's a good message because as when you offend someone, the best thing to do is to appeal to the person. Na ono so nya temabi na opa or the actual. But the question others are asking so in say when the insults were all over the place, when the guns were blazing, adentina ye sister no man stop no mo amobɛn no man stop no because it appears there was so much vilification of certain individuals consistently sebi sankrofo we no omo ye nipa omo feelings and if they are being subjected to persistent abuse they told me say the extent of abuse affected almost so much say psychologically it threw them off balance The a year or more, yeah, some of them, pony say or monana nom dachi, baby who have verification on social media. If you are but it's something they feel say it's difficult. It makes it very difficult to forgive. That is the feedback I receive from some people. Yes, sister, I offended. Initially, when I did a video, the first video, I think others thought I was being sympathetic to her. I was not necessarily being sympathetic. I think so. Her at the end of the day, the submissions I made, because you know, Oko prison, now I hope so. Be no, I am a better person. Why did I say no, I be a better person? Because at the end of the day, the whole world knows what we do at crime check. Say it doesn't matter what you may have done. Yeah, but you for free prison. You reintegrated them, some of them into society under our ex-convict reintegration project. So the bottom line is that if you are free prison, they will become better individuals. Normal life, I be papa. We be argue say. Yes, these were petty offenders. Ebi we are punch, ebi we are, bayre nominade. And yes, I know, yeah. Defrauded by false pretenses. Let's not also forget, as a woman, every prison, ebi defrauded by false pretenses. And oma sacra. We are saying home faso. It's true. Say, udi bonia. I say we and we are not saying say we are against the judgment of the court. No. It is clear the court has spoken. You know about no four say court there was a miscarriage of justice, and I said there was a hole in the arguments advanced by the judge. A bit trigger an appealer. It is within their right to do so. Young saw them ho na young tie a chopper won a debeto abonte. Na iria yahwe whether sa chopper way a bit melty the hearts of some people. Na iria discussion over hono. Ya de abetuja.
Selfunso biara apa. Aba omani mu. Aba kuroni mu. Amani pampempem ni nipa bia sode. Omani mpanimfo. Oh Jesus. Omo ka bia eyeye. Omani mu asofo. Enipa biara wo omani mu wo ye Ghana ni wo ti wiase a enipa no ya fom no ye ne maame yonkoto dei yesre o man panyini His Excellency the President of Ghana, the President of the land, John Dramani Mahama, on any vice, Her Excellency Yamami Nana Jane, Oman Penini, Nehukani, the First Lady of the land, Yamami Lotina, Asofum Penifua, Christopher, radio presenters, bloggers, and Nipa Biala, and Nipa Kuku, businessmen, and Nipa Biala. Yamami no mukasa akasetia wonyam fanche fisi Kristo Yesu de ne dia tseno eni tina besine odaso tse asiye yesre rade ukutu ani me afansa to akoma so nefa ba akonso ti utiri so fabo yes sre rade so di aba usuo biara dia se wakoma mu biara wajaya manaka to nyame nso ma dia te oso en sorry free oso o Yesu di mo eni awrade nkasa ewo esu paye mo ewo nkoto sere paye mo o Yesu di mo risibi antasikiaka ribasi Reka Santa Sibiantayaba Arua Kiziantayaba Rezata Sibianta Sakayaka Rebasiki Akayaba Mazata Siki Akayaba Yesudimo. 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 Any bumpy. Yesudimo. Any bumpy.
Ebinim bisa say na crime check what me akosra yenuaba no anase won't me akosra. She is going through a lot, I guess. Obeti metra 15 years no. What is even more troubling say the cases ni be so work court. Ne mo kasai. Baby akodo no. Say butia no a wanhwa na sentence ni bi abeka ho. E be so a civil case. No, it doesn't warrant a prison sentence. But Sika Ibinimesi heavily to the tune of 20 million Ghana cedis. And Sika Ketwan. And how is our sister going to deal with this plethora of cases? Whilst in prison, wait and won't be sure there soon. Na ibi eba become. And no, any asemono. And no, any asemono. Areho. It will be our time will be. I think it's a prison in your baby wish for even your worst enemy. But I know, say there are certain circumstances a pushy binum. I'm gonna take this course of action. It be a once will be taking the same course of action because I know maybe how it's painful when you are pushed to the wall. It becomes very painful. Say no one will have with the beche. And at the end of the day, we have religious teachings in Swat. I didn't in the Bible say, "Okoda if you say." I didn't Mama Mesra. Bible and say we born it to say we generalize it BBR say we have to go and visit them. It is upon these religious injunctions and I feel obliged say if we want to go and visit her, we have to go and visit her. And no that does not or will not exonerate her from the crimes that she has committed. Rudolph, Yamauche,
Agradaa Sem, ya Rehosem, when you crop for Bibre, Akasa, hopes in a doye, and then the year any ebusian
revenue subempa,
revenue subempan, Marcasa, Siama, Nikunu, the Papa. Yeah, I'm saying, you're calling Sawam Koyan Kokonket and Kete project.
A DJ's kitchen project.
Oh, okay. When you're Quenyane, Agradaa share, I don't mean near a course of Sabia Agradaa.
Yeah, I mean, we are prison. You saw, say, me because a project in a quay, Mekochacha and Penifon. But 2 persons who say me who Agradaa and as
yes, yeah,
was Sumuka,
Masumuka come.
No, I don't want to talk about that for now.
Okay,
I don't want to talk about that for now. And as to, I've already indicated so many hopes in Akasa, and then if you listen to him, there's a lot of pain. They have endured a lot on any year, but he hasn't given me permission to share the details of our conversation. I don't think so to be ethically right to do that. But later on, I will talk to him for an interview.
Okay.
Now, whatever he told me, if he wishes, say, or share it publicly. Now I share. My name wife was Wakasa. It was very emotional. The woman has suffered. She has suffered. But once again, Oma me permission to share what we discuss. You know this social media thing.
Yeah.
BTB it becomes a headline.
I think some bloggers are itching.
Yeah, so, yeah. I know, but I don't think so to be appropriate to share that information. Usually, in mainstream media. You know, I've been with GBC for 15 years. And you know the ethical values, the ethical principles. So that you just don't go and then spew information when you have spoken to someone, especially when the matter necessarily may not be in the public interest. This is something that you shared with someone. So that I say, and I think that maybe journalists have to understand what constitutes the public interest and so on and so forth. So Assembia, Uncle can be announced may retract it. Yeah, but then just a brief one. It's been difficult for these individuals, just as I said. They have been going through a lot. They have been going through a lot. When I spoke to the wife, it was difficult. It was difficult. So what's the deal? And the wife, for a very long time, Okofa Yenuaba Agradaa Asemba, she doesn't want to talk about.
That's hopes in Adoye.
The wife. Because Oyoba,
okay.
She did not or is not jubilating over the incarceration of Agradaa.
I think since
your mother and why they were conducting her so well. So well. But as to whether they would want to withdraw the case or not, no. It is not for me to decide. It is for their family to decide on any kuno. And any kuno kasa is the same. And we hope say whatever is in their interest, they pursue it. But then they should pursue it looking at it, from a broader perspective. The person has already been sentenced. And assuming, say, certain actions, I know what cases against her in court, the more years baby sister idea, I don't think she will survive in prison. I'm making this analysis based on the sort of person he is. So it's usually difficult to have video say they can share or more how people suffer in prison. Now will BBD. Nene, ibi ayabo waduku. Necessary. And of course, it is legal. You have to work because it's part of the punishment. Exactly. And these are some of the issues. Mako, President Mahama, I catch him and say, "Oh no, cry, you didn't know kushimwe." Or will be